Everyone in the neighborhood knew one thing about Mary. She loved her daughter more than life itself. At least that was what she always believed. Mary lived in a quiet neighborhood in Lagos, Nigeria, with her husband, David, and their only child, Lily. Lily was 16 years old. Beautiful, bright, soft-spoken, the kind of girl who always greeted elders respectfully. She never wore revealing clothes, never attended parties, never came home late. She had no social media accounts because her mother believed they corrupted children. Every afternoon after school, Mary personally picked Lily up. If she couldn't, David did. No excuses. No stopping anywhere. No birthday parties. No sleepovers. No school trips. No hanging out after class. Whenever Lily asked if she could visit classmates, Mary's answer was always the same. No. When you're older. Outside is dangerous. There are bad people everywhere. You are safest in this house. The only person Mary tolerated was Lily's best friend, Bella. Bella occasionally visited the house to study. Even then, Mary sat in the living room pretending to watch television while secretly listening to every conversation. Lily often looked through her bedroom window, watching girls her age laughing on the street. They bought roasted corn, played music, walked freely. She wondered what freedom felt like. She loved her mother, but sometimes, love felt like a prison. Everything changed during the long holiday. David had traveled for work, leaving Mary alone with Lily. One Saturday morning, Mary attended a women's fellowship meeting. She reminded Lily 3 times, "Don't leave this house." "I won't, Mom." An hour later, Bella arrived. "Mom said we should revise together." Mary nodded. "Only revision." "Yes, Auntie." After Mary left, Bella smiled. "Let's go. Just for 30 minutes. Lily hesitated. "My mom." "She'll never know." For the first time in years, Lily stepped outside without permission. They visited a nearby food festival. Music echoed everywhere. Young people danced. Street vendors laughed. It was the happiest afternoon Lily had experienced in years. That was also where she met Jason, a polite 17-year-old boy. He wasn't rude. He wasn't a criminal. He simply smiled and offered her a bottle of water after seeing her struggle in the heat. They talked. Only for a few minutes. Bella teased them. Before leaving, Jason asked if they could speak again. Lily had never spoken to a boy outside school before. She agreed. Over the next few weeks, Bella secretly helped them communicate. Every conversation had to be hidden. Every phone call deleted. Every message erased. Lily had nobody she could honestly ask questions about relationships. Nobody had ever explained boundaries, emotions, or sexual health beyond one sentence. Stay away from boys. That was all. Months later, Lily realized something was wrong. Her monthly period never came. She kept hoping. Maybe stress. Maybe sickness. Maybe it would come tomorrow. Tomorrow became another week. Then another. One afternoon, she borrowed Bella's phone to search her symptoms. Her heart nearly stopped. She cried the entire evening. "I'm pregnant." Bella froze. "No. I am. I'm sure." Lily couldn't breathe. "My mother will kill me." She imagined Mary's disappointment, David's heartbreak, the neighbors gossiping, church members whispering. She decided nobody could ever know. She started wearing oversized sweaters. Then she bought a slimming belt from a roadside trader using the little lunch money she had saved. Every morning she wrapped it tightly around her stomach before school. It became harder to breathe. Walking hurt. Sitting hurt. But she kept smiling. At home, Mary noticed nothing. She simply assumed Lily had become quieter because examinations were approaching. One afternoon, their elderly neighbor Grace met Mary outside. "Mary." "Yes. I hope you won't misunderstand me." "What is it?" "Your daughter looks different." Mary laughed. "Different how?" "She seems fuller. She's gaining weight." Mary shook her head proudly. "My daughter." "Lily." "Impossible. My daughter is a virgin." "I know my child." Grace frowned. "I was only concerned." Mary smiled confidently. "I appreciate it. But Lily cannot disgrace this family." Grace walked away unconvinced. Inside the house, Lily overheard everything. She nearly collapsed. She realized people were beginning to notice. Every day she tightened the belt even more. The pain became unbearable. School also became difficult. Lily was always exhausted. She slept during mathematics. She slept during English. She even slept while writing notes. Teachers thought she had become lazy. The principal called her into the office. "Lily, this behavior is unacceptable." She apologized repeatedly. Nobody imagined she was carrying a secret that weighed far more than any school bag. After sleeping through another examination practice, she was suspended for 1 week. Mary became furious. "You, sleeping in class? What has gotten into you?" Lily only cried. She wanted to confess. Many times, the words reached her throat, then disappeared. Fear always won. A few days later she met Bella secretly. "I'm 5 months now." Bella stared at her. "You've hidden it this long? I can't keep this baby. My mother will never forgive me." Bella looked around before speaking quietly. "I've helped myself before." Lily stared. "What do you mean?" Bella lowered her voice. "I've ended pregnancies before. I know some people. They don't ask questions." Lily's hands trembled. "Will I be okay?" Bella forced a smile she didn't truly believe. "You'll be fine." Lily closed her eyes. She felt trapped. Every option seemed impossible. Going home was impossible. Confessing was impossible. Keeping the pregnancy felt impossible. She believed she had no future. That same morning, Mary stayed home preparing a large pot of vegetable soup for dinner. She suddenly felt restless. She couldn't explain why. Her heart beat unusually fast. She whispered a prayer. Moments later, as she reached for a spoon, the heavy pot suddenly slipped from the stove. Hot soup splashed across the kitchen floor. The pot rolled loudly. Mary froze. She had cooked for years. She had never dropped a pot like that. A strange fear settled over her heart. She immediately called Lily. The phone rang. No answer. She called again. Nothing. Again. Nothing. "God, please protect my child." Without wasting another minute, she left the house searching everywhere. School. Friends. Bus stop. Nothing. Meanwhile, Lily and Bella had gone to an unlicensed backroom clinic hidden behind an old building. The place looked nothing like a real hospital. The air smelled of chemicals. The walls were cracked. There was no proper equipment. No emergency facilities. No doctor in sight. Only people claiming they could solve problems quietly. Lily hesitated. "I don't want to die." Bella held her hand. "You won't." But Lily's fear kept growing. Not long afterward, something went terribly wrong. Lily cried out in agony, then became frighteningly weak. The people there panicked. She lost a dangerous amount of blood. They tried desperately to stop it. Nothing worked. Bella screamed for help. No ambulance was called. No proper hospital was contacted. Fear overtook everyone. Within a short time, Lily became silent. The room fell quiet. Bella stared at her best friend. "Lily." No response. "Lily." Nothing. The terrible truth settled over the room. She was gone. Bella collapsed beside the bed, crying uncontrollably. "I didn't want this. I'm sorry." Instead of reporting what had happened and seeking lawful help, the frightened people involved made a terrible decision driven by panic, terrified of being arrested because what had happened was illegal. They tried to hide the tragedy rather than tell the truth. Bella was in shock. She barely understood what was happening around her. She kept repeating, "We have to tell her mother." But nobody listened. Fear made everyone choose silence over honesty. As evening arrived, Mary and David searched every street, police stations, hospitals, friends' homes, churches, markets. No one had seen Lily. Mary's confidence disappeared. The words she had spoken to Grace echoed painfully. "My daughter is a virgin. I know my child." Now, she realized she had never truly known what was happening inside her daughter's heart. 4 days, missing person posters covered the neighborhood. David barely slept. Mary stopped eating. Every knock at the gate made her run outside hoping Lily had returned. Months passed. No answers came. Mary blamed herself every day. She replayed every conversation. Every no. every locked gate, every opportunity she had dismissed when Lily tried to speak. She wondered if fear had silenced her daughter long before she disappeared. Grace often visited, bringing food Mary never touched. One evening she gently held Mary's hand. Children don't only need protection. They also need someone they can trust with their mistakes. Mary broke down completely. I wanted to protect her. Grace nodded. I know. But protection without conversation can become another kind of prison. David sat quietly beside his wife. He too carried unbearable regret. They had provided food, education, clothes, shelter. But perhaps they had forgotten something just as important. A safe place for their daughter to tell the truth without believing her entire world would end. Bella never recovered from the guilt. Every time she saw teenage girls laughing on their way to school, she remembered Lily's smile. Eventually, unable to carry the burden any longer, she went to the authorities with a trusted adult and told them everything she knew. The truth finally reached Mary's family. There were no words left, only tears. Mary visited Lily's grave after her remains were properly identified and laid to rest with dignity. She knelt beside it for hours. I'm sorry. I should have listened. I should have asked why you were always sad. I should have made home a place where you could tell me anything. I thought strictness alone could protect you. I never realized fear could keep you from asking for help. The wind gently moved through the trees. There was no reply, only silence. From that day forward, Mary began speaking at churches, schools, and community meetings. She urged parents to guide their children with love, wisdom, and open conversations, not only rules. She encouraged teenagers to seek help from trusted adults and qualified healthcare professionals whenever they faced difficult situations, instead of hiding in fear or relying on dangerous, secretive options. Because one conversation, one moment of honesty, could have changed everything. Lily's story became a painful reminder throughout the community that love without trust can leave children feeling alone, and that fear and secrecy can turn one mistake into an irreversible tragedy. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If Lily's story touched your heart, let it remind us that love grows stronger through trust, honest conversations, and compassion. Parents and children alike need safe spaces to talk, ask questions, and seek help before fear turns mistakes into lifelong regrets. If this story moved you, please leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful African stories with unforgettable lessons. Until next time, stay kind, stay hopeful, and remember that every choice we make today can shape tomorrow. See you in the next story.